Hello you guys, good afternoon. It is 6:30 p.m. here. Happy Memorial Day. It ended up pouring for the last few hours and I was knocked out from the heat. Same routine, different day. Now I'm heading to this body of water to go and pick up some sand because I ended up buying some new kitty litter, some pine wood, which I heard is really good in terms of like maintaining the aroma in the house, making it easier to clean up. It's like we're starting a new journey, and my kitty, he is not liking he doesn't like the pine wood. I think he's just so adjusted to the sand. So I read the pine wood bag and it said to put some pine wood underneath. I'm on my way to pick up some sand and then to bring it back and to mix it with the pine wood so that I can ease him into just using pine wood. So we're on a retraining process and that's what I'm up to today. Before it turns to night, I just want to show you guys that this is a mango tree, okay? And I am in the park and these are all free. You see all those mangoes right there? I could literally walk up and grab all of those, that there's also a little bit right there. You see that? I probably gotta jump to grab it, but it's just abundance. Abundance for the free. The way that I look right now. So literally, I think for the last 20 minutes, this lady was banging on my door from the office. I tried to go to the office yesterday. It was Memorial Day and it was closed. Today, bright and early in the morning, they banging on my door because I have an appointment and I need to go. And I'm like, listen, I'm coming right now. I intended to get up a little earlier to go, but me and my bed have a relationship where if I'm still tired, I keep sleeping. But I'm up right now. I threw a little dress on. I ain't brought no brush through my hair, nothing. And I'm hoping everything is smooth. So you guys, I took a shower, I changed my clothes, moisturized my skin, did my hair, you know. Cause I was looking real rough this morning, but it's a cooler bag. And this is what I usually carry my groceries home in. So I'm gonna head on a grocery trip. I will say that I have to go to groceries quite often. And it's not because I necessarily eat groceries quickly. It's just that I eat fruit quickly and I drink the water quickly. That results in me always having to go back to the grocery store. I'm really not in the mood, but I feel like when I look cute, I can pretend to be in the mood, so let's go ahead. Anytime I go anywhere, there will be at least 2 or 3 cars that'll stop. And it'll be like really, really old men. And they'll try their best to get my attention. So it happens so much that I'll be pretending I don't see them. Like this man did a U-turn to come get a closer look, and I stared him down, and I guess that intimidated him. Then this other man in a red car a little while ago sat across the way and kept waving at me in his car. So I pretended I didn't see him because I'm eating popcorn and minding my business. And if you're not gonna come and actually speak, like, I'm not in the mood. So then he like wind down his window and slowed down the car and waved his hand and like locked eyes, but then I waved back. Oh shit, he's here! Look! Oh. Guys, I literally had to like turn my attention to the car and get into like game mode. And he pulled up and he started speaking in Spanish and I said, ¿Qué? Like, what did you say? And then he said it again and I was like, habla inglés. And he was like, a little bit. And I said, so then how are you? What's up? So then he was like, can I get your number? And I was like, no, but I could take yours. So then I got up, you know, I took his number or whatever. I was like, what's your name? Got his name. He even spelled it out for me. He wasn't playing no games with me. So I was like, okay. And then he was like, make sure you text me or call me. And I was like, okay, I might use your number, right? And then he left. That's when I should have left. But of course, I'm still, like I said, eating my popcorn, minding my business. So I'm sitting down and 5 minutes go by and his car pulled right back up. I'm like, first of all, when I saw the car, I was like, is this the same car or is this like, you know, another person? Because some cars look similar here and it'd be different people. Anyways, it was him again. He pulled up. He was like, you work tomorrow morning? And I said, what? And he was like, you work? And I was like, you know, I'm looking or whatever. And he was like, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, 8:20, call me. I said, what? He said, tomorrow morning, 8:10, 8:20, call me. I said, you got work tomorrow? He was like, no, I want to hang out with you. I want to see you tomorrow. 8 o'clock, call me. I was like, okay, 8 o'clock in the morning? You want me to get up out of my bed to call you? And now in my mind, I don't listen to men. So I'm just like, in my head, I was like, I'm going to sleep past that number, right? So then I was like, let me just, you know, ask him. Like, I was like, what do you want? And he was like, you were just so beautiful. I be hearing that. So I'm just like, okay, thank you, whatever. I was like, so you want to treat me? And he was like, no. Because he didn't understand what treat means. I asked him, I was like, do you want to take me out? And he was like, oh, yeah. I'll take you wherever you want to go. But then the man had the audacity. This is what I got on. The man had the audacity to be like, oh, make sure you dress sexy. And I was like, what does that mean? Personally, there's a large caliber for sexy. Like, there's different levels to it. I feel like a dress is sexy. I feel like a bikini is sexy, you know? And it's like, you're a stranger. You're trying to ask for demands. I took your number, but I never said I was gonna text you. In fact, I take so many numbers that like I never text. Like I've literally taken so many numbers, just throw them away. Just to like, you know, end the conversation between us. Because then the ball is in my court and I usually never dribble it. First of all, it was a no once he said 8 a.m. Like once he came back, it felt like a no because I was like, okay, now you're doing too much. You know what I hate? I hate like people having demands on how I'm supposed to look and then they don't even be looking good themselves. So now in my head, I'm like, you want me to wake up early, take some time to pull myself together. Like if I'm gonna put an outfit on, I'm gonna put it on. I feel like my skin is going through it right now. Like it's crazy because today I was feeling in the energy of wanting to pull myself together. And a part of me is like, if I make plans for tomorrow, it'll give me even more of a reason to just pull myself together. But then at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm not gonna lie. It's still early in the day today. What I am gonna do is ride my behind on home, bring these groceries to my house, bring my bike in, put my hair up, make myself something to eat, lay down, woosah, probably read, watch something, and make sure I get a good night's rest. That's what I'm gonna do. Y'all, in real life, my hair looks so good. Like, it's so light, so fluffy, it smells so amazing. It's moisturized, it's natural. Like, I'm so cute. So good morning, you guys. I didn't end up getting up even though I woke up early enough. I just didn't feel like going. So recently, I feel like animals have been talking to me. I'm not joking. So like 2 days ago, there was this cat who was following me, right? And it's really confident of somebody to be like, oh, this animal was following me. No, for real. I ended up sitting outside the place where I usually get Wi-Fi, and the cat sat there with me. And then when I crossed the street, the cat crossed the street with me. And then she like talked to me. She was like, meow. And I like looked at her and I'm like, there's nobody else out here. Like, you're talking to me. And what are you saying to me? Like, are you, you know, I thought she was trying to have me take her home. I don't know if she was just trying to talk to me and say hi. And when I was looking at her, I felt like she kind of looked pregnant, or if she wasn't pregnant, then something was causing her stomach to kind of extend because it kind of looked big, or she had just been fed. I don't know. But basically, she literally just wanted to stay in my energy, keep her eye on me, and like lay down around me. And anytime I would get up, then she would get up and walk closer to me and lay back down. And I'm like, what is happening? Right? I let it go though, because eventually she ended up, you know, leaving and moving on away from me after maybe like an hour and a half of time. And then after my grocery shopping, when I was sitting down, before the guy came, there were these birds. There was 2 birds, 3 birds, about that many. and they were like all black birds. I don't know what the birds are called here in Puerto Rico, but they're not crows, they're something else. And they came near me because I had bought watermelon and a couple fruit, and I was eating my fruit and stuff. And when I finished eating, they were near me, and I was like, okay, they're just near me, you know? It's okay for birds to just, you know, fly near you and you're eating something or whatever. When I opened up my popcorn, I kid you not, the bird like landed in front of me, looked at me, and then he did like a call, or she did a call, and they were just like, chirp. And they just like locked eyes and just stared at me. And in my head, I was like, I feel like this bird is asking me for food. So I was like, okay, don't overthink this, right? Then the bird and its friend like kept hopping around near me. So you know what I did? I ended up throwing them a popcorn each. I threw one, and one of the birds grabbed it up so fast and then started to move away. I was like, oh. So I threw another one to the other one because I was like, I'm not gonna just let your friend have one. I'm gonna let you have one too. And then literally I watched the bird pick up the kernel and run away happily. And I was just like, I mean, it could just be animals being animals. Like if I had bread or something and I threw it to them, they would have picked it up. But I just felt like it was just a little different. Cause I felt like I ain't never had no bird look at me and then like chirp at me. And it was nobody else. It was just me sitting there. Good afternoon, you guys. I'm recording this before the sun goes down because I just have so much to get off my chest. I'm having so many realizations, and a part of me is honestly tired of growing. I'm so thankful for growth, but sometimes growth hurts. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad because it feels so offensive. It feels like an attack sometimes. And you could be thinking in your mind like, oh, I have everything in order. I'm so much better than I used to be. And yet there's so much more better that you can become. I have been brooding over the past year basically, and how in the past year I have learned so much, grown so much, you know, the whole nine. Well, now at the start of year 2, what basically happened is I did talk about how I didn't like how white the walls are in my house. When I first moved into this house, I had came up with video ideas on how I was gonna remodel my room, paint the walls, put color all over, and I didn't end up doing it. And my reasoning behind not doing it was that I didn't have the financial means to just waste on decorating my house, right? That's a real reason on why some people don't do things, right? Well, now I'm in the financial position to decorate my house for this second year. And although I'm in this position, in my head I was thinking, and I was convincing myself, oh no, I don't want to decorate. I don't need to decorate because I'm not going to be here that long. The time is going to fly by, because that's how I felt last year was. I felt like last year flew by, even though I remember each day, each moment, each transition, and the fact that so much happened last year. I'm over here convincing myself like, oh, it's a waste of money. Even though somewhere deep down in my heart, I want so badly to pour into my home. So I ended up watching this video talking about trauma. It was talking about growth, different stages of life that this woman had to go through in order to become the woman that she is today. As I'm on my own journey, her video came to me at the perfect time, because I don't know like how to describe that. When you're on your journey, you can feel when things are like changing, and personally, I feel like things for me change every 3 months. Some of the stuff that I used to do, I don't want to do anymore. And when I'm like finished with a stage, I wean out of it in a sense. So I literally just signed my lease yesterday or the day before. This week I signed my new lease for another year. I have the financial means to pour into my home. But I've been convincing myself that I don't want to pour into my home, that I'm very focused on saving my money. And although I am pouring my money into so many different things right now. Like, I ended up finding the paper, the note that I was talking about my teeth and how I thought I threw it away. I ended up finding it. It was actually in my purse, because when I had the note, I knew myself in the sense that if I kept allowing the paper to float around, that I would throw it away. But I had put it up in my bag thinking that I would bring that bag with me to go to the post office and I would have it, but I didn't bring that bag with me. And I had forgot that I had put it in that bag. But today I went shopping to go buy myself some water. And when I did, I was searching through the bag and I ended up finding the paper and I'm like, yes! I continue on my teeth journey. So there are so many things that is going on within my life right now as I head into the second year. It's summertime. It's the start of summertime. It's June. I am working on so many different aspects of my life, such as I'm working on my diet. I'm working on removing meat from my diet. I removed pork from my diet. It's been a year since I stopped eating pork. And now I'm working on removing meats from my diet. I know that's gonna be a work in progress, but my goal right now is to see how long I can go without meat. And I feel like I could go a long time, but I haven't tried yet. So I'm starting on that journey. Then I'm starting on my fitness journey again. And with me starting on my fitness journey, I'm just so excited to be pouring into myself physically, and I feel like when I work out, I feel better. It's not about how I look, even though eventually I do look better too. I look like I've been putting in the work. So by the end of this summer, before my birthday this October, I will have everything in order. And for my birthday, I intend to go on a cruise, a big trip. So I want to have my teeth in order, and then I want to have the bodying, and I just want to continue pushing on my fitness journey again. It is starting today. Tonight, before I go to my bed, I will do my workout and I'll do my meditation. And today will be checked off my list as the first day of me starting this new lifestyle. As for not eating meat, I haven't been eating meat the last 2 days or 3 days. So far I am starting on that journey. There are so many reasons why I'm no longer eating meat. My body has been going through, like, I don't know what. It's just like I've been so in tune with myself that as my diet needs to change, I feel it. Because a year ago, I was introduced to plant-based life and I started to do a little bit more research on it. But then I ran into somebody who taught me about pork and how I should stop eating pork. And basically, through that person, I took on the journey of just not eating pork. And I can't lie, it turned out to be a lot easier than I thought it would be. And now, as I am starting the second year, I saw another video including Bobby Price, who is a herbalist, and he used to be a pharmacist. If you guys want to look at him, look him up. But I heard he's like a big time entrepreneur who only eats plant-based, and he just talks about like feeding our body, like what we should be fed, body aromas, and how it shifts because of what you're eating. And personally, not to like do too much or to go too deep, I have not been loving my body aroma. Now, I'm not gonna say that I stink. What I am gonna say is that when I be sweaty, and because I live in a hot climated place, I feel musk-y. Not musty, musk-y. And I personally don't like it. Like, what it has done is instilled in my mind, like, oh my gosh, I gotta take more showers. I gotta be more on the perfumes that I'm using. And I have literally just been like anal in a sense with trying to adjust my aroma. And when he said that in that video, I was like, that's enough for me. Right? Because I'm already starting on my fitness, which means I want to see better results, which means I want to eat better. My body doesn't want to eat what it's always been eating, and I've already been switching up my diet without even knowing like why I'm switching it up. I feel like everything is just flowing in that direction. Yeah, so I'm changing my diet. I'm working on eating better, and I'm working on my mental. And by working on my mental, I'm working on meditation. I've picked back up journaling, so I will be writing more again. What I want to say is that the journey of self-love is never ending. And as I have entered maybe the second or third tier of self-love, there are many more tiers that I haven't entered yet. And I feel like it's time for me to enter the next tier. right? And that next tier is watching what I'm eating, taking care of my body physically, taking care of my mind. And then besides those three, I'm working on taking better care of my hair. I bought new hair products, new lotions, literally. Like, I'm just going through this like shedding phase of just wanting new. And then besides taking care of my hair, I'm realigning my teeth. So like my physical is changing. I'm working on changing my internal. I'm working on my mind. And it's just like all happening. All has to do with self-love. And I just know that 3 months from now, the person that I'm gonna become is worth it. She is worth it. Because the me right now is worth it. And she believes in, I believe in myself so much that I'm gonna pour into me, which I said this already. I'm gonna pour into me, but now I'm saying how. I didn't realize that my external mattered as much. Like, I knew it mattered, but I was just so focused on my internal, and I was so focused on just making sure that I had enough, the bare minimum. So I've been so focused on having the bare minimum and just taking care of the bare minimum that I haven't done more for myself than that. And right now I'm ready to do more than the bare minimum. Like, I feel like I deserve more than the bare minimum. And I've finally come to realize that I have so much more love within me. I'm ready to pour onto me. Like, I'm ready to explore. So with that being said, the me of last year who wanted to decorate the room, I'm gonna honor her. I'm going to honor her. And I'm gonna remove the idea of it being a waste of money, remove the idea of it being too much work because the walls are so tall, I'm gonna have to get something to climb up on. I'll remove all of that. And now I'm gonna think in the mindset of, where do I get the paint? Where do I get the paint? Do I want curtains? I'm also going to get myself some new curtains for my bathroom. I'm gonna get myself a rug for my bathroom. I'm going to just pour into my home. I want to get the new equipment for my living room for me to start dancing out there. I have been walking past yoga mats thinking like, oh my gosh, spending money on a yoga mat is so OD, but I'm gonna spend the money on a yoga mat because I actually know that I'm going to use it. It's time for me to grow. It's time for me to grow in a different way than what I've grown to be now. And I'm gonna buy myself flowers. The last time I bought myself flowers, I lived in my luxury apartment. It's been over a year. It's been almost 2 years probably since I have bought myself flowers. That's so sad. And I used to love buying myself flowers. Like, it used to be a part of my routine where when I went grocery shopping, I would just pick up some flowers and then I would bring them home and go through the process of upkeeping them. I've even done research on how to better upkeep flowers, and I do not have any flowers in my house. I'm so thankful for the video that came to me a little while ago, and even though it made me want to cry because it literally felt like a slap in the face, even though the message was delivered beautifully and as kindly as possible, I feel like I'm having an awakening where I'm realizing that in order to gain more, you have to believe you're worth more and then do the more. So just know that I'm changing, I'm growing, I'm pouring into myself. I am creating, I'm pouring into my space because I deserve it. I'm the one who lives here and I deserve to see more than the bare minimum. I don't want to dig too deep on why I became this way, but the truth is that somewhere in my history of life, I have learned to believe that having what you need is all you need, because if you have more than that, there is the possibility that it will be taken away. And if you really think about that, That's really a fear of loss. That's a fear of loss. Although what I'm talking about hasn't happened in this present reality, a part of me has feared that if I pour all the energy into making my space beautiful and painting my walls and getting my expensive bed and, you know, decking my house out, that there would be some grand calamity that would just ruin it all and destroy the peace that I have created. Because I've had my peace destroyed so many different times in so many different ways. There's some truth for y'all. I'm gonna do better, and when I'm remodeling my room, I'm gonna record that and share it with y'all. I'm gonna take y'all on this journey of me becoming a better me over the next few months, because I deserve that. I'm worth that, and I'm willing to put in the work for that. So before I end this vlog, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Right now it is about 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm feeding my kitty some sausages. I'm gonna flip the camera and show him. So he's eating a sausage from here, and he's having a time of his life. The can comes with 8 sausages, and earlier this afternoon I gave him all 8 of them because he could eat. And even though I fed him earlier, I thought that by the time when I fed him the 8 that he'd eat all 8, but he ate 3, right? And when I came in here, the 5 of them were sitting here. I was like, you're not about to waste this food, being that we live in hot Puerto Rico and creatures like to fly around and pitch on stuff, and then ants appear out of nowhere sometimes. Like, your house could be the cleanest house in the world. Ants are crawling in through the window if you got some food on the floor, if you got some food in the open. So I picked it up and I put some water in there, and I put his sausages back in here because I was like, listen, we're gonna preserve them so that when you're hungry, I'm gonna give you the rest of these sausages. So now it's late at night, and he was calling to me, and I was like, I wonder if he's hungry. I can give him like a little snack. So far I gave him 2. There are 3 left, and I'm gonna feed him the rest of the can. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get in my bed and wind down. I'll see you guys in my next vlog.